Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will be covering one of the Azure Data Factory interview question that is asked in a Marlabs interview recently. The requirement is we need to receive alert email notifications whenever there is a failure on a pipeline. So any pipeline gets failed, we need to get an alert email notification. So this can be achieved by using a different ways. By using a inbuilt feature in Azure Data Factory, we have alerts and metrics. That is the inbuilt feature. By using that feature, we can create an alerts and metrics. And the other way we can also use is logic apps. By using a logic apps with the help of WebActive also, we can send alert email notifications. So let's see how we can build a scenario for this in Azure Data Factory. We are on Azure Data Factory now. In case if any failure happen in any of the pipeline, then alert email should send. So to do that, maybe I'll be creating a new pipeline. So let's have a new pipeline and we'll name it as a pipeline 1. Let it be. So to make the pipeline fail, I'll be taking any activity like a if activity. So in case if this pipeline fails, we should get an alert table notification. So we'll write a condition in such a way to make this pipeline as a failure. We can give any of expression true or false so that it will execute without any issues. I will give a different case name. Maybe I'll give a different case name as a true one. So true one is not in the case statement. So this expression will fail and automatically this pipeline will also fail. In case of this pipeline failure, we should get an alert. So that is what we are supposed to do. So let's publish this pipeline and I will create an alert rule to see how we can send alert email notifications. This pipeline is now published. And now let's start creating an alert rule, how an alert email will send if in case this pipeline is failure. So to create an alert rule, we can go to a monitor tab. In the monitor tab, we can see options, alert and metrics. So if we click on alert metrics, so from here we can create a new alert rule so that in case if any pipeline is failure, an alert email will send. Okay, so how to create an alert rule? So first click on this option and we need to give a new alert rule name. If you want to change this name, you can change it or you can have the same name. And next description, what is this all about? What alert rule you are creating? So I'm creating this alert rule for pipeline failures. Okay, something you can write a description in such a way. Next, we have a severity option. So we can give the priority. Severity 0 is a high priority task. Severity 1 is the next priority task. So based on our priority, we can give a severity numbers. Failure notification is the high priority task. Maybe we can give a severity 0 and then we can give a criteria. So we need to add a criteria and which scenario you want to send alert email notifications. That we can add by using a add criteria. So whenever we click on add criteria, you see there are a lot many metrics available. So based on our criteria, we can add our condition and we can save it. See here, there are a lot many criteria available. So I will be looking for failed pipeline run metrics. In case my pipeline fails, I want to send an alert. You can also select any other things based on your requirement. See here, even in case of activity failures also, we can use this criteria. So right now I'm using a failed pipeline run metrics criteria. So let's add this one, click on continue. Okay. And the next step is it will ask for history details. In case if any of the pipeline has failed in the last 6 hours, that metrics details also will send through mail. Okay, if you click on drop down, we can see some more options like over the 12 hours, over the last 24 hours. Okay, if any pipeline has failed over the last 24 hours or 12 hours, that metrics also will get through mail. Okay, as of now in my Azure Data Factory, there is no pipeline has run before 6 or 12 hours. So I will go with the default option 6 hours. And next we are having a dimension values. We need to select a dimension values based on which pipeline you want to send a metrics. In case if we have a 5 pipelines or 10 pipelines, if you want to send alerts for all the pipelines, you can use a select all option. Right now I'm having only one pipeline, that is one it is showing here. If you click on select all, all the pipelines, it will be applicable. So that option we can select. And the failure type, what kind of type? So there are different types of failures will be there. User error, system error, bad gateway. In case of any failure, if you want to send alert, we can just select all. So all three we can select. Next, alert logic. This alert logic threshold count by default is 0. It is like a number of pipelines failure. So in case one pipeline failure, we can give greater than 0. So if you want to give only in case of two pipelines as failure, I want to send alert. So you can change the threshold count. So it should be greater than 0, so that at least one pipeline failure will get an alert. So I will leave it as a greater than 0. So at least one pipeline failure will get an alert. Next, it will evaluate based on the period. So the how frequency. So I want to frequently check it every 1 minute. So I will leave it as a every 1 minute itself. So that is the criteria we're going to add. So click on add criteria on this. Okay, so the criteria has been added here. And the next thing here, how to configure these alerts. Do you want to configure alerts through email or mobile SMS or push notification or voice notification? Through any of this method, we can send alert. Okay, so that we need to configure here. So click on configure notification. And if you want to create a new group, you can create a new group. And if you're already having an existing group, you can also use that existing group. As of now, I don't have any existing group. So I'm going to create a new group here. So simply I will give here as a group new. Okay, so that is the name I'm giving. And we need to give a notification details also. Add notification details here. Okay, so that will be a new action. Let it be an action name. And see here how you want to receive. So in case if you want to receive through email, we can select this option and we need to provide an email ID here. In corporate industries, so we'll be having a DLs. So if you give that particular DL, those who are associated within the DL, they all get a alert email notification. And if you want to give a particular person email ID, that also we can give it here. Okay, that is one of the option. Now we have a SMS option is also available by giving a country code and mobile number. You will also get a alert notification to your mobile as well. And we also have Azure app push notifications. So through that also we'll get a email notification. We also have voice message. Through voice message also we'll get a alert notification. Okay. So right now I'll be using a email notification. To the email we need to get an alert. So I will be giving an email. I'm giving my email here. Okay, so that's the email I have given. Yes. So with this, we can click on add notification. Okay. And yeah, the action group is now available here. And this is the new action group we are creating. Click on add action group. Okay. So the action group is now created. In case if you're adding a action group and you are facing any error, so we need to install that particular resource. So to install that, we can go to Azure portal homepage. You can open a Azure subscription. So whatever subscription you are using, just open that subscription. So in my case, I'm using a Freetail. So if you open a Freetail account, and we can see some options available here. If you scroll down, you can see resource providers. This is the option you need to click on. From the resource providers, we can search for Microsoft Insights. Okay, so this is the one, Microsoft Data Insight. This needs to be registered. In my scenario, I have already registered it. In our case, if you have not registered it, you can click on that one and you can select a register option to register it. So that needs to be registered to create an action group. So as I have already registered, I don't see any error message. In our scenario, if you get an error message, go ahead and register that one. So once that is registered, you can add a action group. So with these details, we can create an alert rule. So alert rule, it will enable upon a creation. Okay, so immediately it will enable after getting it. So let's create the alert rule. Okay. Now I can see if this has been created. It has been enabled, and we can see one pipeline is associated with that. Okay. Now we'll start running our pipeline. We'll go back to Author tab. We'll start running our pipeline. In this scenario, if my pipeline fails, immediately I should get an alert notification. Okay. So click on, you can click on debug trigger now. Maybe I'm using a trigger now for now. Okay. Click on trigger now. Okay. So this is running a pipeline. So once a pipeline got failed, we should get an email notification. Okay. So we can also go to monitor tab from here. We can click on pipeline runs. Okay. See here, this pipeline has failed. You can also see error message here. If condition has failed. Okay. So the condition we have given is not a valid condition. So that is how the pipeline has failed. Now my pipeline has failed. So which means I should get an alert. So it can be any error. It can be a syntax errors. It can be condition errors. It can be any other errors. In case of any failure, we should get an alert. Okay. Just wait for 2 to 3 minutes to get an alert email notification, and then check your email ID to see if we have received alert or not. If you look into Outlook now, after some time we'll get some email alerts. You'll get 2 emails. So first one is like you have been added to Azure Monitor Action Group. The action group we have created, that will be added here. And we can also see an alert has received. So in this way, whenever a pipeline failure has been happened, we'll get an alert email notification in this way, and we'll understand which pipeline has failed and what kind of error we're getting. All this will getting through alert. So that is how we can create an alert. We have some other alternative methods as well. We can also use our logic apps. With the help of web activity also, we can send alert. That is also one of the options we're having. That's all for this video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more such intro questions and answers.